Breaking news on SportsCenter this morning, the Lakers and Mavericks making it a blockbuster night. Luka Doncic headed to the Lakers, Anthony Davis headed to the Mavericks in a seismic trade that shakes up the reigning Western Conference champion Mavs.
What if one of the NBA's biggest trades wasn't really the end of the story? What if, months after Anthony Davis was shipped off in a blockbuster deal for Luka Doncic, the real drama was just beginning, behind the scenes and far away from the cameras? Lakers Governor Jeanie Buss just dropped a quiet bombshell. She's planning to meet with AD face-to-face this summer. But here's the twist, he's not even on the team anymore. The NBA world didn't just flinch, it stood frozen for a moment. In a late-night shocker that no one saw coming, the Los Angeles Lakers traded Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. The news hit like a sledgehammer, shaking fans, reporters, and even seasoned insiders. But what followed might be even more intriguing than the trade itself. Jeanie Buss, the Lakers' governor and longtime face of the franchise, says she's looking forward to meeting with Anthony Davis face-to-face this offseason. When the Lakers landed Luka, it felt like the franchise was turning a corner from a chapter they didn't want to revisit. Davis was supposed to be the cornerstone alongside LeBron. The duo delivered a title in the bubble, but the years that followed were marred by injuries, inconsistency, and internal tension. So why does Jeanie want to talk now? Let's rewind. The trade wasn't just surprising, it was surreal. Shams Charania, one of the most trusted voices in NBA reporting, described how he slowly pieced together what was happening. At first, he got a few vague tips. Dallas and LA were in talks. A few names were floating around, but as the puzzle started coming together and it became clear Doncic was involved, Shams said his hands were shaking. "I knew this was not the tweet to get anything wrong," he said. "My phone was overheating, 300 messages, calls from Pat McAfee, Stephen A. Smith, SportsCenter producers. This was more than a trade. It was a seismic shift." And then the fallout began. Anthony Davis, now in Dallas, didn't exactly light it up. He averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and just over 4 assists in his short stint before being sidelined again by an abdominal injury. The Mavericks, once seen as contenders, stumbled in the play-in and never made it to the playoffs. Meanwhile, Doncic lifted the Lakers to the 3rd seed, but he had his own issues, especially on defense, getting exposed during the playoff series against Minnesota. Neither team ended the season satisfied. But what really caught attention were Davis's comments after the trade. He didn't sugarcoat it, he said he was blindsided, and more importantly, he expressed that he never wanted to leave LA. Those are heavy words, especially coming from a player of Davis's caliber. Jeanie Buss heard them loud and clear. In a candid appearance on SiriusXM NBA radio, she opened up about the situation. "I haven't seen him face-to-face, and I look forward to in the offseason," she said. But then came the caution. "You have to remember, he's now under contract to another team. We've had too many instances of people accusing us of tampering, so I have to be really careful." That one quote says everything. There's regret, there's caution, and maybe, just maybe, a little unfinished business.
Another team.
I haven't seen him face to face, and I look forward to in the off season. But you have to remember he's now under contract to another team.
So what led to the decision in the first place? According to Buss, part of it stemmed from Davis's desire to play next to a traditional center. That may sound minor, but it signaled deeper misalignments in how the team was being built. Internal tensions brewed, rotations were questioned, roles weren't clear, and while Davis was still elite when healthy, the word "when" became the issue. The Lakers were staring at the future. LeBron isn't getting younger. Their draft picks were limited. They needed a star that could lead for the next decade, and Doncic checked every box. It was risky, yes, but also bold. The kind of move that defines franchises. Still, the Lakers didn't want to erase Davis's legacy. He wasn't just another star. He delivered a championship. He played through pain. He defended at an elite level. For all the criticism, he averaged nearly 25 points, 11 rebounds, and over 2 blocks per game during his time in LA. And he made 4 All-Star appearances. So Jeanie Buss wants to give him a proper send-off. Not just a press release, not just a "thanks for your service" tweet. A real conversation. Something human. That's not easy in the NBA. Tampering rules are strict. The moment a team executive even hints at future collaborations with another team's player, alarms go off. Fines get handed out. Reputations get bruised. That's why Buss emphasized her caution. She's not looking to stir rumors or cause friction, she just wants closure. And that says a lot about the Lakers. For all their drama, for all the front office shuffling and media noise, they've always tried to treat their stars with respect, whether it was Magic, Kobe, or now Davis. They understand that relationships matter. Jeanie isn't naive. She knows Davis was hurt by the trade, and from a human standpoint, that stings. But she also knows the league moves fast. Emotions fade, but legacies last.
We were not looking to move Anthony Davis. He was he was our rock solid player. And so we had to give up a lot to get Luka. But
she wants Davis to know he mattered, that the 2020 title wasn't just another trophy, it was a historic moment. The bubble was brutal. Players were isolated. Mental strain was off the charts. And Davis delivered. That can't be erased. So what happens if they do meet this summer? Probably nothing dramatic. There won't be talk of reunions, no secret deals, just two people acknowledging what was. And maybe that's all that's needed. In the meantime, both franchises are moving forward. The Mavericks now hold the #1 draft pick. They have a chance to rebuild around Davis and a new core. But there are questions, lots of them. Can Davis stay healthy? Can the front office build a stable team around him? Or was the trade just a panic move that will haunt them for years? The Lakers, on the other hand, are betting big on Doncic. He's young, he's flashy, and he's marketable in a way that fits LA's brand. But he's also stubborn, and questions about his defense and leadership aren't going away anytime soon. This isn't a win-win, at least not yet. It's a high-stakes gamble for both sides. But underneath all the analysis, all the box scores and highlight reels is a story about people, about how trades aren't just transactions, they're breakups, and like any breakup, some endings deserve a proper conversation. Jeanie Buss understands that, which is why even months after the trade, her mind isn't just on the future. It's on closure, respect, and the small act of looking someone in the eye and saying, "Thank you." That's not tampering. That's just being human. And in a league that moves at lightning speed, that small gesture might mean more than any headline ever could. If you made it this far, here's your moment. Do you think the Lakers won the trade, or will they regret letting go of Anthony Davis? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're loving the NBA drama, and make sure to subscribe. We've got more stories coming that'll keep you thinking long after the final whistle blows.